Today I'm here with a new lesson. Today we will study a new lesson on page 17. On page 17, the title for the new lesson is Date of Asylum. Here is a paragraph. You must read this paragraph and you must translate this paragraph with your own self. And you can post up, you can just increase your skills in translation and reading. This section must be your assignment today. In this page also we have a glossary. On page 17, glossary, we have a glossary. Let me tell you one important thing while you're trying to put the new glossary or new vocabulary in your mind, how you can memorize, how you can increase your vocabulary. In this lesson, I will tell you, and you must observe these tips. By these tips, or through these tips, you are able to increase, or you can more your vocabulary. How to learn a new glossary or vocabulary to students? Most of the time, most of the students ask me that when they try to memorize or when they try to put a new vocabulary into their brain, recently or suddenly they lost the vocabulary or they forget it. It's a huge problem amongst the students, and they just keep trying to memorize a new vocabulary, but within a short time they just lost it from their brain or their mind. It has become a serious problem among the students. In this lesson, I will tell you how you can memorize a vocabulary, or how you can put a vocabulary in your brain for a long time, or mostly forever. And by these steps, you will be able to memorize more vocabulary effortlessly and effectively and within a short time. So let me ask you, dear students, how do you memorize a new vocabulary in different language, especially in English language? How you think that you can put more vocabularies in your brain? How you're able, and what make you capable to have a more vocabulary in your brain? Dear students, we have a formation or a formula of PMF. Do you know what's PMF in English language? PMF. How by this formula you can memorize more vocabulary. PMF. P stand for proposition. For pronunciation. P stand for pronunciations. Dear students, we have two kinds of pronunciations. Actually, we have different kinds of pronunciations. Even in one country, in USA, we have different pronunciations because in different states of the United States, people speaking differently. People or native speakers pronounce vocabulary or words differently. And in British also, in different states of British and different province of British, people pronounce words, or they speak differently. They pronounce differently. PMF. P stands for pronunciation. We have two types of famous pronunciation in the world. One is British and the other one is American. Most of the time, most of people, they like to learn the British accent or intonation, or most of the time people like to learn the American accent. And F is far. Words have different forms. It can be noun, adjective, adverb, word, phrase, or more extra. Far stand for F stand for far. Words, we say that it might have a different form. It can be noun, it can be adjective, it can be adverb, it can be verb, or it can be phrase. Meaning, we have the meaning, the translation of the vocabulary. For example, author نویسنده. For example, salesman فروشنده. این معنیش میشه. و for example, crestfallen به معنای چیز به adjective است، به معنای افسرده یا یک سرافکنده. Produce verb تولید کردن. Keep in mind, dear students, some verbs have two functions, or some words have two functions. They can be functioned as a noun or as a verb. We can use them as a noun or as a verb. But you should know how or when you can use the words as a noun or when you can use the words as a pronoun. Keep in mind, dear students, it was the formula of studying more vocabulary, PMF. Just keep in mind, first you must know or you must understand or catch the pronunciations of a word. In two types, British and American, or any other types that you like. We have also Canadian pronunciation, Australian pronunciations, but I say that British and Americans are the most popular pronunciation or intonation in the world. That worldwide, most of the students, they learn these two types of pronunciations. And F is far of words you should know about the form of words. First, when you get the pronunciation, or when you got the pronunciation, you can know or learn the form of sentence. Just check it. Is it noun, a pronoun, phrase, adverb, whatever it is. Just know about the formation. Then we have the meaning. Then you can learn the meaning of the word. That's the way that you all can learn the new vocabulary. خب شاگردان، این درس که بود سلسمن شد. شما میخوانید و ترجمه میکنید، کارخانگیتان باشه و شما بخش گلوسری درس دادم. در اینجا بر شما دو گلوسری هستک یا لغتنامه shoulder side of the road. State baker make a car. کسی که موتر جور میکنه. Art supports thing you put shoes to give support and comfort. windshield همون چیز شیشه جلوی موتر میگن. گلوسری دیگه چی هستک؟ To send a wire, to send a telegram, یک پیغام روان کردن. To show the line, show new products. Accommodating, به معنی چی؟ Willing to adjust the needs of other people. چی؟ رضاکار یا کسی که کسی دیگر کمک میکنه. Crestfallen has a great endear adjective است افسرده یا ناراحت. To tramp around سفر کردن در یک مکان. و این بخش شما میخوانید سفر و خود فرم های از گلوسری رو شما پیدا میکنید که کارخانگیتان باشه. و تا درس بعدی به خداوند یکتا میسپارم.